morning, y'all need to open up your hearts and minds, like we said, about what we're going to talk about today. What the Lord gave me on this. And about, I don't know what time it was, 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know when it was, laying there in the bed, good quiet, and my mind was a little settled down. A lot of times, talks to me a lot then at that time. But this morning we're going to talk about walls. We're going to talk about walls. We're going to talk about walls. Concrete, it don't make no difference. Brick walls, it don't make no difference. We're talking about a mountain, it's a wall, a sheer rock, a wall. We're going to talk about walls. We're going to talk about walls. Where we're going today. It's like I said, every person that believes in God and the ones that don't believe in it. But the ones that believes in the Lord follows him alone. Follows him alone. Woo, hallelujah.
Get them walls knocked down.
Yeah.
They can get them walls knocked down.
It ain't no wall. Too wide. Too tall. Too deep. Ain't nothing. Ain't none of them walls that our Jesus Christ can't put a hole in.
Come on.
He's that superhero that I ain't never seen nothing in the universe. You see all these I like watching them superheroes, old comic book people. I just like watching some of them. But God's so much bigger than that.
Amen.
He's everything. But that's the thing today. That's what I said. If you don't run against the wall, you need to get down to an altar, anywhere you're at, and get your heart right with God.
Yeah.
If it ain't a wall in your way. And they gonna come, and not just one, but over and over again. Because the wall, Chad, you know who puts up them walls? Satan, he puts up them walls all the time. Why? Because he don't want us to go no further.
That's right.
He wants us to stand right there. And I tell you what, I ain't got nothing. I'll stand up against this wall. As long as I stand here, I'll never go nowhere else.
Come on, that's right.
And if I look and stand here long enough, Amy, I'm going to get and just give up.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I stand here long enough and just forever, I'm going to give up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go another direction. See?
That's right.
That's the thing of it is today. Satan throws these walls out and people get against them. They get against these walls, and then they just get where they stay right there where they don't want to get through them. And they don't want to find out who get them through it. But they stand there. They stand there. And stand there in their faith. And when they stand there enough, they give up. And then they go the other direction. See where I'm going with this? You get to that place. I've been there time and time again. You get to that wall. And you feel like you can't go no further. The only person that's putting up that wall is old devil.
Amen.
He throw them walls out there and them whammies all the time. He loves them whammies. He loves shooting the darts at them. He loves all this, but his main thing is putting that wall up. Mm-hmm. That's his big thing. But because we can't see over it, we can't see under it, we can't see around it. That's where we think we're at. We say, we can't do no more, Lord. We're right here. We'll just stay here. We can't do it. Here it is. I can't get over this thing. I can't get around it. I can't do nothing. I'm just here. I'm just here. I can't do nothing. Well, I got an answer for you today.
Amen.
I got an answer for you today. All of us here, all the ones watching all over the world. I got an answer. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell us about that answer. When you get to that place, and it's that old wall, or you, hey, hey, somewhere down the line you get to a stopping point, you're thinking ain't no farther. Hey, I'm going to tell you how to get through it. I'm going to show you and tell you how to get through it. We're going in China. Ooh, Jesus. Woo, I can get there. We're going into Mark, like Beverly said earlier. Why don't you put it out there and here y'all. Mark chapter 9, verses 17 through 29. We're going to do some reading today. Beverly is. We're going to do a little reading for us. And we're going to get into this right here, and it's going to tell you. It's going to tell you a story and a truth of what we can do. All right, y'all got your mind, your thinking caps on, and your souls and the things, and listening to what we're going to talk about here. Can we get a drink of water?
And this wall was a wall that Satan had put into a young boy to keep him from living pretty much a normal life, because this was the little boy that was possessed by a demon. And Jesus is going to tell him how to take care of things.
Listen real
Well, he's going
close.
to tell his disciples at the end. Y'all listen. It's a lot of reading, but just listen and read along. Mark chapter 9, verse
You'll
17.
You'll see where we're going with this. You're going to see where we're going with this. Just hang on your seats. Up that thinking cap. Open your souls up. Okay, go ahead.
And one of the multitude answered and said, Master, I have brought unto thee my son, which hath a dumb spirit. A dumb spirit. And wheresoever he taketh him, talking about the spirit, wheresoever he taketh him, he teareth him, and he foameth, and gnasheth with his teeth, and pineth away. And I spake to thy disciples that they should cast him out, and they could not. And he answered him and saith, O faithless generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him unto me. And they brought him unto him, and when he saw him, straightway the spirit tare him, and he fell on the ground and wallowed, foaming. And he asked his father, and this is Jesus asking the question, How long is it ago since this came unto him? And he said, Of a child. And ofttimes it hath cast him into the fire and into the waters to destroy him. But if thou canst do anything, have compassion on us and help us. And Jesus said unto him, If thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth.
Listen that. Listen that part. Listen that part. What did he say?
If thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth.
See, that's one little part right here. Catch that. All right, go ahead.
And straightway, we're in verse 24, and straightway the father of the child cried out and said with tears, Lord, I believe. Help thou mine unbelief. When Jesus saw that the people came running together, he rebuked the foul spirit, saying unto him, Thou dumb and deaf spirit, I charge thee, come out of him, and enter no more into him. And the spirit cried and rent him sore, and came out of him, and he was as one dead, insomuch that many said, He is dead. But Jesus took him by the hand, and lifted him up, and he arose. And when he was come into the house, his disciples asked him privately, excuse me, Why could not we cast him out?
Well, we'll stop right there for a second before we go on to 29. Here it talks about that guy was at the wall. He was at a wall. because he believed he couldn't go no further. He believed that nothing could be done for his son. Nothing could be done. And can't you imagine from birth, this young boy, and we don't know how old he was, I figured he was on up, jump in the fire, do all these things. See, that's where we're going here. His daddy was up against the wall.
Yep.
He didn't know where to go. He didn't know what to do. And what did he say? The disciples prayed for him, and nothing happened. I thought you could thought loving the Lord and everything with God, more or less. Why didn't something happen? Well, see, that's old devil. He puts a picture in front of us. It's all it is a picture. A picture. That's the way it is to God. It's nothing to God. What he can't do for us. We think it's a wall of 50-mile stick of concrete that we can't get over. You won't. They said disciples, they couldn't. They prayed and he's the same. He's the same. See, this is going to the story I'm fixing to tell you. How we can get through that part. He's going to tell, and he's going to tell the disciples, boys. I'm going to tell you how to get through that wall. See, they thought they was at a wall. The disciples thought they was at a wall that, hey, we can't do this. We can't never do this. We have to do little things. We have to do little things. That's all the power God gave us, little things. We're against the wall right here, and we're at a place we can't go no farther.
That's what they had in mind.
And that's us. That's us today. All of us. Every Christian person. We get to that place we can't think we go no farther. But I'm fixing to tell y'all the answer to that question right here. Jesus spoke this answer to them disciples.
I'm going to read verse 28 again. And when he was come into the house, his disciples asked him privately. You know, they didn't want to ask it out in front of people because they couldn't figure it out. They're thinking, why can't we do that? Why could not we cast him out? And he said unto them,
Listen.
this kind, in other words, this serious of a situation that this young man was in,
That wall.
this kind can come forth by nothing but by prayer and fasting.
Whoop, whoop! That's our answer. Yeah, that's it. Jesus told them. When we get to that wall, I mean, if we think we can't get over and the people out there watch us, you at that place, we say we can't do no more. We can't do no more. We can't do no more. I can't go no further. Why won't this happen? It's in front of me. Why can't this happen? Like they did. Them disciples done had it in their mind. They couldn't go. We just can do little stuff, but God ain't going to let us do big stuff. Hey, Jesus had to sort of, hey, boys, Jack slapped y'all boys. Let me tell you, you can. And that's why he's telling us today. We can go on. And it, like telling me, hey, boy, you can go on, Buster Moore.
Yeah.
You can go on. When you get in front of that wall, you think you can't go nowhere else? You can. What'd he say?
Yes.
All we got to do is miss a meal.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Yep.
We can miss a meal. We can give up something. We can take and give up something.
Right.
It don't make no difference what. He said fasting. Fasting can be anything. Fasting can be anything that we love to do.
Mm-hmm.
Or we eat, or with something we love to do. No matter what it is, it might be a telephone.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Come on. Mm-hmm.
May be Facebook
Yep.
games or whatever. I can't say it. Whatever it is. Might be whatever. As long as we give it up, and what did he say? By praying.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Pray. And think about it. He said, you know, don't tell everybody.
That's right.
Hey, baby, I'm going to fast and pray today. I'm going to not eat or I'm going to give up something and I'm going to tell you. He said, shut up.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Do it in secret.
Yes.
Do everything by what I'm telling you. And that wall ain't nothing but a piece of old silk paper. Whatever it is, it'll just fall down. See what I'm saying? Fasting and praying. He speaks it not only there, it's different places in the Bible that speaks it. Not only here. It's said, Paul used to be Saul. There's a place in there that he talked about. But it don't make no difference. This was Jesus personally telling them old boys. Y'all could have done the same thing. You went up to that little boy, that man, and that little boy, and told that old devil, get out of him and get away from that young'un and go back to hell where you come from. And that young'un, it would have done the same thing as Jesus. What did he say? Some things come, big things, or whatever you get to that wall on, comes from fasting and praying. What an answer. What an answer. What an answer to that question.
Amen.
Them old boys and that guy, he said, yeah, some old disciples. Them disciples of yours. They come by the other day, and I thought they could do that. They tried, but couldn't do it. Jesus gave them the big words. Boys, y'all do that, and you can knock them out. Anybody, anywhere, anything. You knock down that wall, it don't make no difference how big, how long, how wide, how deep. You'll take care of it. Ain't that something? Do it in secret. Give it up. Whatever it is. Say, Lord, that's the thing about it now. We need to talk to Him about it. We need to make sure God knows about it, what we're doing. See, that's another thing. We need to talk to Him and say, Lord, I'm doing this for you. It's me and you, God. I'm doing it for you. I'm fasting that you knock that wall down for me, that I can go on in whatever I'm praying for, whatever miracle that I need. Please, Lord. I'm going to fast, say food. Lord, I ain't eating none today. I don't think y'all not fall over. I'm going to do without food today. Well, I might do without that breakfast. I might not do without breakfast tomorrow morning. Or I might just not do without breakfast for a week. I'm just saying. But however, whatever it is. But say you do it in His name. Mm-hmm. Tell God about it and do it in His name.
He'll help you.
Yeah, He'll help you. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you after you say, Lord, when you say, I'm going to do it for a certain length of time, and when that last time's up, I can about guarantee it, you'll feel something. You'll feel something.
You won't feel hungry either if it's food.
Mm-mm. No. You want him to think you lost Facebook, or whatever. And say, I thought I was on there. That was a week ago. But if we give it to Him, that's the whole thing today. God gave me this. He started out giving me a big ship that run ashore on a big sandbar. And that captain of that ship knowed better. knows what he was doing, but he got hung up and lost that ship because it couldn't go no farther. If he'd have just listened and things, it would have kept on going. And that's the thing about us. If we listen, and every so often we run across something we think we can't get through, call on and say, Lord, I'm going to give this up for you. Please, I need a miracle. I'm going to give something up for you to help me get through and get that miracle to work. Sometimes, like we said, it takes a little while for God to move things around. Sometimes it's instant, but sometimes it moves it around. Like he done Nanny. He moved Nanny around. And took her to his place and down and around. But God had a plan.
Amen.
He had a plan. That's like he does for everybody, all of us. He had a plan. And that miracle, sometimes it takes a lot to get to that place. But that plan will come forth. Jesus said, promised it right here. His word is the word. If he says it, he gives it to us. But if he says it, you can bank on that. That's from headquarters, the top. Like the president is top of the military. He gives the final word. He has to give the final word. He say, no, don't shoot a missile, and it won't be shot. Or he says, okay, shoot that missile. That's God. He's the one that can make it all happen. He's the one. Y'all that's listening to me today, please take this right here. Run with it. But in us here, remember, old devil trying to choke me. Anyway, take this and run with it. Get to them problems, fast and pray. Like I said, just don't tell nobody. Just do it in secret of yourself.
God said, God's word said, what you do in secret, I'll reward you openly.
Yeah. Ooh, that's God's word too.
Mm-hmm.
Openly, I'll reward you. I'll reward you. How awesome is that? It's like hired sometimes. You know, he had that little prayer house. He started out in the woods. Started out in the woods, he said, out there, put him a cross up in the woods and had it out there till it got to where it was winter time and storm and stuff. Then he put it in that shed. That's where the cobra was that time. God took care of the cobra too. He said what he do. He prayed for God to take care of him. He did. People out there don't know the story, but maybe one day I'll tell you about it. God is good.
Amen.
If he wasn't good, Chad, I don't know if I told you this story. Them boys heard it and they never can't tell you enough how good God is and how he is God. 38 years ago this happened to me. And boys are witnesses. 38 years ago, this happened to me. Back in the summer, me and them two back there was talking. I said, I sure would like to have old 30-06 rifle like I used to have to hunt with. I'd just love to have my old rifle back, or one like it, to hunt with. Chad, you know, about 2 weeks later, Didn't take God long. He moved stuff around and changed stuff around. 2 weeks later, a cold case detective woman pulled down here. Not just me going somewhere. It was hand delivered. Says, this is that gun, the serial numbers that you lost 38 years ago.
Oh, stole from them.
Stole. That was in a place down there in a pawn shop, in the back of it, in a bunch of junk. This so happened when I mentioned the words out of my mouth that I would love to have that or one like it to go hunting with. 2 weeks later, 38 years. If that ain't God, ain't nothing God.
Come on.
And the detective from Guilford County, she didn't have to come up here. You don't hear such things. On her day, on her afternoon, she got off work. And she lives back on the other side of Greensboro. But see what God done? She said, I think I'll just take it to him. She brought it down here, and I was out there. God made it for me to be out there at the shop. She come up. She got out of the car, had a big gun. I said, oh, Lord, what do I do now? She going to take me. So, hey, well, I better watch it. That gun was half as big as she was. She was a little short thing, but she meant business. She come up there and said, are you so-and-so, June Moore? June Thomas Moore? I said, yes, ma'am, I am. Yes, ma'am, I am. She had a book of papers there, Chad, big old thing of papers. She threw them out on a hood. She said, come here, I want you to see something. And see something? Had my picture there. Oh my God, she had my picture on a big sheet of paper. She said, yeah, you got your driving license not long ago. I said, yeah, I look the same. Still gray-headed. Still look old. She sort of grinned. I said something like that. I still didn't know what she was wanting. I thought I was still a little nervous. Oh, you got my picture there. Maybe somebody framed me. That's the thing about it, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. This is God, God, God. And then she said, well, I think I got something of yours. She said, let me see your license. I had proof. Stuff. I couldn't figure out what she's talking about. Went back into the trunk. Unlocked the trunk. Lifted it up. She lifted that rifle up. Tears come out of my face. Can you imagine? 38, she said, it's been 38 years. I said, woo! I told her about it. 38 years, tell me God ain't good. She said, I ain't got the strap to it. Said, it's gone. And said, that pump shotgun I had is gone. Said, I ain't got it yet. Both of them got stole at the same time. But see, I asked for the rifle. I said, Lord, we was talking. I said, I'd like to have it back. Our A gun. He delivered it. That many years. Tell me God ain't good. God is good.
Yes.
People I've talked to, law enforcement I've talked to, that ain't no way. Anything like that, they take it and destroy it. After so much time, they take a gun, it's turned in, and destroy it. And see the thing about it, that guy found it at the pawn shop where she went in to check on other stuff after about it, and she said, well, you take it up there and they'll destroy it. And then she said, whoa. Told me the story, I said, whoa. I think I'll find out who owns it. I think I'll find out. See, that's all God talking to her. She brought it up here because he talked to her. She got it down here, and before I got it, it wasn't long, she was crying. Her come up here. I talked to her. God had something for her. Me talking to her and show her the love of God. And she showed me how much God loved me. See what talking about people watching us, people here, what God done. That right there is the biggest miracle that you'd ever think about. Like I said, the police officers I talked to said, hey, that's something that's out of the ordinary from this don't happen. But it did with God. See, by the time it started, Amy, it's maybe when I asked for it, that guy went back there and cleaned out stuff. Well, it took a while for that to get to, and all taking place. I don't know, but I got it. I got it in half. What? That's what I'm saying, y'all. And them walls don't get too big that he can't do something about it.
Amen.
That wall don't get too big. Just pray and fast about it, and it'll knock that wall down.
Yes.
He'll put a place, he'll put a whole week and walk right through it. He'll put it through a whole week and walk through it, y'all. So, remember that. Remember that. And I want to share that story with you. How awesome God is. Not only that, there's so many things down the road. That was one right there over the top. The top of the top of the top. Let's sing us a song, baby. Y'all stand up, please.